Move on from that. So let's see. In other interesting news, we'll go from the baby to the person who's fucking little babies. Nah, we're not gonna say little babies, but they are underage. And my man went from 10 counts to 21 counts. We're talking about the one, the only, the R. That nigga. Man, that nigga right there. I mean, yo, if you think you're gonna get off and not get any jail time, you're bugging.
He's going to jail.
He's gonna be right next to Bill Cosby. And the fucked up thing is, if I had to choose between who needs to be in jail, who doesn't, I think y'all know where I'm riding with this. I would rather have Bill Cosby out than have him in. I'm like, yo, we can choose who's in and out real quick.
Let's talk about that for a second.
What,
right?
Bill?
Why you keep trying to ride for Bill? Why?
The reason I keep riding for Bill is he was my childhood. He was the reason that most of us kids went to college. He provided positive black imagery for a lot of us growing up in the 80s and 90s.
Nigga, that was a TV show. Bill.
The thing about it is, if you think about it, TV is television, right? It tells lies to our vision. Let's start with that. But if you start seeing these lies become true. It's like when you listen to something all the time. You start hearing a song on the radio. You not necessarily like it, but after a while, you start knowing every fucking word to it, and you start liking the song. Same thing with TV or imagery. If you put something out there in the world, even if it's negative, if you keep putting it out there, you're just gonna believe it's always like that.
Okay,
if it's positive, hold on. If they're positive, it's always gonna be like that. Think about it.
Okay, I get what you're saying, but you have to remember something. You can still do positive shit and be a fucked up individual.
Absolutely. But think about it like this. If there was more positive imagery of black people on TV, do you think we would see more black people in jail or more black people doing positive things?
Listen, I think it's a double-edged sword. Because at the end of the day, it's just like, listen, when black people were doing positive things back in the day, like, trying to get an education, trying to just raise their families, just basically trying to be an upstanding citizen, we were still getting fucking thrown in jail. And this is more of a systematic oppression thing more than black people just fucking up things.
But this goes back into the systematic oppression. Just because it's systematic oppression, the same thing is showing the images of us being in a negative light. You'll never see, for lack of better words, the other races, certain races of pale skin, in the same light. You'll never see the white drug dealer in a negative light. You'll see the white drug dealer like he's the man, he's the shit, he made it, he did it all. You'll never see the white crackhead that's just a crackhead and that's just that. No, he's a white crackhead, but he made it. He made himself big. It's always a spin to it. They always put a spin on everything. So it's like, it goes back to imagery. There was a movie, Sorry Why Bothering You was one of those movies, and it was another movie where basically they just flipped races. And it was like, again, what was everything, if it was on the other foot, would it be the same? Would it be...
I think maybe the reason why I have a different perspective on this is because the Cosby Show did not influence me, and it didn't influence me. My parents influenced me. My parents are both college-educated people. My parents do not play that fucking shit, and my parents are both foreigners. So fuck what the fuck you watching on television. If you don't fucking go take your ass to school, I'm gonna whoop your ass. See, you don't do this, I'm gonna whoop your ass. That's how that shit happened. Oh, you're gonna read this book, you're gonna know how to read, you're gonna know how to speak properly, you're gonna do the right fucking thing, and if not, I'm gonna whoop your ass. And if I don't whoop your ass, I'm going to fucking shit on your entire fucking life.
Well, no, I understand that, and again, my father's being from St. Vincent, Trinidad, and my mom's being from out here, best of kind of both worlds. But the one thing that foreigners or Caribbean people always say about American people or American kids is what?
We're lazy.
They're lazy. They don't want to do a damn thing.
Yeah, but it's a difference between...
But the thing
not to trying to say it like that, but there's a difference between...
upbringing.
The upbringing of a African American person that has foreign parents and an African American person that has African American parents. Not saying that African American parents aren't equally as hard as their children as Caribbeans, but for us, it's a kind of like a There's like more of
It's
a
a
need
different hustle.
to fucking
You have to.
because our peoples literally came from fucking nothing. Nothing, nigga. When you go back home and shit like that, or you go to your parents' countries and you see the fucking poverty level versus the poverty out here, it's unmatched.
Yep, it's not even comparable.
So it's just like there's a certain type of hustle. There's like a certain kind of like desperation that's kind of also instilled in you as well. Even though you grew up out here and you have a certain amount of like, privilege. Yeah,
I guess. What they want to call it.
Right?
Right.
But it's not the fucking same. So that's the reason why I don't give a fuck about... listen, it's not that I didn't watch the Cosbys or whatever. Not trying to take anything away from the Cosbys.
Right.
My shit was a different world. Definitely made me want to go to fucking college and all that shit.
Now, this brings it back to why... Again, produced by who? Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
That's why I'm so...
He was a fuck nigga, though.
He was only made out to be a fuck nigga.
No, he was not. If you're sitting up there raping fucking women, you are a fuck nigga. And
absolutely.
Forget
about
if
you're out there raping women, you're a fuck nigga.
All right, forget about that for a second, right?
Okay.
What about the fucking bullshit he was doing when he was sitting up there talking shit about fucking other fellow upcoming comedians talking about you don't like their fucking comedy. Yep. You trying to get them the fuck up out of here. What about the shit that you was sitting up there talking about, all that bullshit you was talking about rappers? Okay, you're mad at them cussing, but you over here fucking slipping bitches drinks and trying to get their fucking drawers down. I'm
not saying that he's not a bad person. I'm not saying that he's... Where there's good, there's evil. Where there's a yin, there's a yang. There's always going to be an up and down. As of on top or below, some shit like that. At the end of the day, it's always going to be something that bad a person's done versus which may be good. So does the good outweigh the bad? Who knows? Was that man set up to be seen a certain way? Yes. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, I hate saying shit like this, right? If all that shit was what it was, why didn't it come out when it came out?
It did come out when it came out.
I'm talking the 70s.
That nigga, you haven't been hearing? They've been talking about this for years. D.L. Hughley spoke about this. This shit has been coming up for years. It just re-emerged when the fucking dude
Hannibal Buress.
did that freaking stand-up comedy, and then the new niggas was like, wait a minute now, what the fuck you talking about?
Right, and he had to put them on.
Because now we're in the era of we gotta hold everybody accountable now.
Absolutely.
We're in the era of transparency, right?
Absolutely. I'm just in the era of, shit's kind of fucked up where you have sealed documents that get unsealed by newspapers. See, things like that brings it into the situation like Trump with the whole Mueller report.
Fuck.
Like, well, we can unseal documents when it comes to an entertainer who's done some fuck shit in his past. But now we have a whole report that says, well,
Listen, I said this before and I'm going to say it again.
Okay.
There is nobody more ride or die than white men trying to protect other fucking white men, or a racist trying to protect another fucking racist. And you need to remember that.
Okay.
And another thing is just like, don't have money to back it either.
Right.
This is what's going on, or whatever. This is the reason why he's getting away with this shit. First of all, let's be clear. These motherfuckers despise Trump. They can't fucking stand him. But at the end of the day, he is in alignment with their fucking agenda. They want a conservative federal court. That's the reason why Mitch McConnell is not going to go against Trump, because he is focused on the Supreme Court. He is focused on getting this country where he wants it to be, and that's why he's never going to turn on fucking Trump. The rest of these fucking stupid ass men are they feel the same fucking way. They do not like the way that they don't like the progressiveness of this fucking country. So they're going to align themselves with a man that is basically trying to take us fucking back, because they feel like they're fucking losing power.
And they are. And the fucked up thing is, they play chess, not checkers, people. When they took Barack Obama's election away from the Supreme Court, and they kept on just pushing that away like, nah. And now they got 3 people they can get in right now. That's long-term, young people.
Yeah, but they were saying that they did that because of something that Bill Clinton did. I think Bill Clinton fucking slid somebody in there.
That's all bullshit.
And I know it's all bullshit because, like, yo, you know that nigga fucking Kavanaugh, he was in the fucking impeachment hearings of fucking,
Really?
Him and the freaking bitch, what's her name? Kellyanne Conway.
Yep.
And who's the next motherfucker? Laura Ingraham, yeah, you fucking cunt. I can't fucking stand you, Laura. And I'm gonna do a video and I'm gonna get your crack ass together, bitch.
I'm gonna let her rant.
Yo, no.
5 minutes.
I'm not even gonna do that. I'm gonna get you together though, bitch. I'm gonna get your ass. Anyway,
go ahead.
Laura Ingraham, they call them the elves or whatever. The elves, and they were basically there were certain people in the Republican Party or whatever, certain people that were like lobbyists and shit like that in freaking Washington at the time that Bill Clinton was president, and they wanted him the fuck up out of here.
It seems that way. It seems like anytime you have a president that's a little bit pro-black or pro not the agenda that they serve or they want, they always trying to get him the fuck out of here. I mean, with Bill, it was
he played himself as well.
Yeah,
so.
It was a little dick suck under the table. I get it. So that was maybe a good reason.
It was more than a dick suck.
Okay, it was more than a dick suck. But here's the thing: if you compare a dick suck versus this dick-looking orange-ass motherfucker we have right now, apples and oranges. Because if we're looking at Trump right now, it's like, all right, colluding with Russia. All the BS you want to talk about, like, no, it's no collusion. Let's
clarify. He didn't necessarily collude with Russia because
he necessarily didn't stop it.
He didn't stop it, and this was kind of outlined in the Mueller report. They were basically saying like he probably had every intentions, but but him and his son are so fucking stupid that they couldn't even go along with the That's how dumb these niggas are.
Yeah.
But as far as obstruction of justice, there is an outline of all of the things that it's like step by step in the report of all of the things he did to try to stop the investigators of finding out what the hell was going on during this Trump Tower meeting and them fucking trying to fucking hack into the freaking Hillary Clinton's email, all that freaking bullshit. And that's why Mueller came out and pretty much basically said, he didn't say much, he was actually very vague, but he was basically saying like, listen, my report is my testimony. Right. So basically, read the fucking report.
The question is, do you think anybody in Congress actually reads anything?
What you call it? Well, Amy Klobuchar.
Okay.
She's a senator. She says she read it. I'm assuming that a lot of the Democrats read it.
I don't want to assume nothing. I honestly think...
The reason why I'm saying this is because a couple of them have come out on The View, and they've said that they've read the report. Okay. And even a Republican congressman, damn, I forgot his name. It's a very it's an ethnic sounding name, but he's actually a part of the Republican Party. He's a libertarian. And he basically said, like, listen, Trump needs to be impeached because if you read the report, you'll see that he committed obstruction of justice.
But the problem is, against the Constitution, you cannot put a crime
No. The DOJ can't indict a sitting president. That don't have anything to do with Congress going through with impeachment proceedings.
So Congress could do it, but they would have to have enough people to
Well,
vote for
Congress
that.
has enough people,
but they're all Republican.
Congress is now, Congress is the majority is Democrats. They have to pass it off to the Senate, and the Senate is Republican,
okay.
And they already know that they're. And Mitch McConnell is the Senate Republican fucking leader, and he's not gonna do it.
See, I stuff like that. I hear you. I see with politics. I'm here and there because what happens when I do politics, I get really fucking pissed off. Because if you think about it, they always put a spin to it. It's always something. If this was Barack right now saying he colluded with Russia, they'd have been like, impeach this motherfucker now. He don't need to be here. There's no reason for him to be president. And that would have been the end.
That's why you don't have niggers in the White House.
Exactly. That would have been the first thing they said. But you got your little orange neck in there, and then all of a sudden it's all good. It's like, I don't get it. I really don't, but hey.
It's not for us to get. This was, listen, white people do everything in their power to sit up there and protect each other. That's why all these bullshit ass laws are in place. Because it's just like, yo, if the president isn't above the law, then why is there a system in place that you cannot indict a sitting president if he's above the law? That makes absolutely no sense. So basically you're saying he is above the fucking law.
Absolutely. And then what happens when he's not president? Can you go back and say, well, we're going to catch you for all the shit we knew you did while you was president and indict you? Has that ever happened? I don't think so. I don't think they've ever went after a president. They have more luck shooting the president than indicting the president. Hate to say that, but look, they're like 3-0 right now.
Anyway.